affiliates that popped right over. So let's get the show on the road. Today's June 21st. Very happy and excited to see all of you for today's sales meeting. We got a bunch of affiliates here coming right after the membership meeting at the Arcadia board. I know they had a vote and a little recognition on the new board members. And also want to thank all you agents for being here on time as well. So we are already just past the Father's Day weekend. I do wish and hope all of you had some memorable times with you and your family members. I hope you got some appreciation if you're a dad and got some love from the family, as well as giving some love back to your own fathers and to all the other fathers around. I did spend some time with with my baby and was able to spend time with grandpa. So I did some cooking for everyone on the barbecue grill, got us some cowboy steaks and came out perfect. So very excited and happy to be back, to be beyond Juneteenth. And so some of you guys came to work and like, where is everybody? And I'm like, yeah, all the banks are closed. It is a federal recognized holiday. So yeah, Juneteenth was there and but got to spend some time to really think about things, to revisit. So I want to share a couple of things on my mind on the sales meeting. So stick and stay tuned. But we'll always, as we customarily do, get our affiliates to join and share a little bit of what's going on in the industry. So I'll go down the order of what I see. Scott, you were here first, so I'll go ahead and start with you, Scott. Let's share what you got going.
All right, cool. Thanks, Kelvin, for letting us participate. Scott Shimamoto, Journey Mortgage Advisors. We are a mortgage broker, which is really important because we're able to shop the loan around for for your clients. And what's nice about being a broker is like right now, one of our lenders that we work with, they have an up to $25,000 closing costs program where they're paying for it. They will pay up to $25,000. That's including setting up your impound, accounts and everything else, right? All closing costs. And we just closed one here about 2 weeks ago. And what's nice about this one is they are not, okay, one, it's not a government program, so you don't have to deal with that additional, time frame and hassle. And they're also not raising the rates in order to compensate for this. It's not one of those things where they're raising the rates so they have money to pay for this. They're actually really good with the rates, and they're doing this $25,000 up to $25,000 closing cost special. So if you have any clients that are looking for that and maybe they don't have enough money for the down payment and closing costs, this might be a really great opportunity for them. And when you're a broker, I say it's like playing poker without cards because we have all kinds of options for your clients, which is good for you and good for me and good for your clients. So thanks again, Kelvin. Appreciate you letting us participate on these things.
You're welcome. All right. Next up, we'll do Nicole Menard, and then right after that, we'll have Sandy Franco. Nicole, you're on mute.
Good morning. I couldn't get it to pull up and unmute. Good morning, everybody. Nicole Menard, Fidelity National Title. I am so excited. How about you? Today's the first day of summer. And what does that mean? It's summer selling season. So now is the time. If you're not farming, it's time to order your circle farm, your niche farm. Reach out to us or your favorite title rep. We are here to support you and help you guys grow your business. Keep us in mind, and we'd love your next title order. Nicole and Yvonne, Fidelity National Title. Have a fantastic day. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll do Sandy, and then after that, is Oriana.
Good morning, everyone. Yep, happy first day of summer. So excited. Yeah, I'm having a class Thursday at the office, 12 o'clock, lunch and learn. We're going to go over the new CRESS options, the new CRESS programs, and some ways to help you guys farm your territories. I've got all the materials and they're free. So come have some lunch and see what's new. Noon in the office on Thursday.
Thanks for the pitch. Yeah, we do have a slide on that later on, as well as a reminder for our training on Thursday. So thank you for being here as well, Sandy. Appreciate it. Oriana, you're on mute.
Good morning, everybody. Oriana with Prime Lending. I specialize in 1 to 4 units residential lending. We have everything from down payment assistance through reverse mortgage right now. If you need a loan, just give me a call. Thank you.
Okay.
We're taking turns.
I know.
Everybody. I'm in the office live, okay? Calvin, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Nancy Chan, lawyer's title. If you see farming, like Nicole says, we all need to farm. All the reps are farming, all the affiliates are farming too. One thing that it's been coming up, if you see a solar on the roof, whether you're representing a buyer or the seller, whether it's if it's payoff, you still have to get the payoff information. So sometimes if you see a solar, please give us a call. And I know Calvin and I have gone through some of the stuff. Just let us know so we can help you so we can close in time, okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Nancy Chan, lawyer's title. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Nancy. If there's anyone else live here, we're happy to have you on. I have John Wex coming as well. So, John.
Thank you. Thank you, Kelvin. Thank you, Sylvia. If she's here, I don't know. John Wax with SNAP NHD Natural Hazard Disclosure Reports. I just want to let you know that I'm here. I have 29 years of experience to answer any questions that you have. I'm going to go over a little bit about the tax report. The tax report has all taxes on the property. We own the entire database. So we're not searching for, or you're not having to go to someone else and relying on someone else to provide that information. We also have Melrose and 1915 bonds telling you when they go for, the amount of the tax, who's the taxing body, and for Melrose, the acceleration amount. It could go up to 2%. It does have PACE Hero information if it's recorded, as well as private transfer. I mean, the private transfer fee, not tax, is in there if it's recorded. We have all that information in there to help you. Any sale of real property requires a natural hazard disclosure report, including the rental reports. We have a free renters report to help you. It's a flood zone only. I know a lot of you are doing and supplementing your income with rentals. It's a great idea. Reach out to me. I'm here to answer any questions with you. Let's have a wonderful, happy first day of summer. Thank you so much. I'll put my information in the chat. Thank you, Kelvin.
Thank you, John. I think I got all the affiliates through. Anyone else? Going once, going twice. Now it's time for me to hopefully inspire and motivate you all. All right, so let me get my slides together and get to the inspiration of the day. Okay, I'm pulling up the slides. Please let me know if you do see it or not. No, that's probably my downloads folder. Okay, you should see my slides now. So I'll go into
I see it.
All right, thanks, John. Okay, so today's inspiration of the day is someone that I do look up to and think is definitely a innovative, revolutionary kind of a technological CEO and leader. Elon Musk. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. And we all hear different leaders all share something about always, improve, get off, if you fall off the horse, get right back up. And this is just another version of this as well. But the message is truly there for you to consider, where are your insufficiencies? Where are you deficient in your talents or your skills or your presentation? And as realtors, you really got to think about exactly where can we improve? Because I see many realtors in so many different areas, from a newer agent to a super experienced agent, and both sides of the spectrum, wherever you are, right in the middle, or you're on either side, I still always see agents struggling on certain things and it's holding them back. And their lack of that knowledge or just learning that skill, if we could just teach it, learn it, and figure it out, that confidence that you could potentially have would finally be there. But the problem is many of us are not going through that problem solving mode. And as an engineer like Elon Musk is, that's what he does best. He breaks things apart, takes the system and figures out which way whatever the technology or the gadget or whatever it is, he's always fine tuning that process. So that way the end result, the outcome of his product becomes, perfectionized. But there's never ever something perfect. And that's also someone who's humble is you can always improve. And that's why you always see the Teslas out there, which is very innovative. They can send updates, software updates and blah, 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 to your car over time. So that way your car actually potentially increases its capabilities over time, not like a fixed car or a motor or an engine that does not have that capability to get software updates. So, there's good and bad with all the EVs and whatnot. But when you as realtors are looking at, I see a lot of people just struggling about simple things. And then it really just makes me, as a leader broker, kind of just question, how can you learn this and ingrain this process in your head? So what are you guys struggling with? You guys are struggling with simple things. E-signing a document. You guys are struggling with how to write up a contract or a counteroffer. You don't know how to read the contracts well. Some of you don't know how to do the disclosures or how to do that conversation with the seller. And many of you are also struggling with simple things about telling people what you do. Okay, that's very important. You need to be great at letting people know what you do. Otherwise, they're not going to want to use you. They're not going to want to refer people to you. So if you don't know your value proposition, if you don't know how to get people to be attracted towards you, I really highly encourage you to learn, educate yourself, work on your goal setting, work on your business plan, attend some of my classes or watch some of my past ones because I cover these materials, but I'm not getting enough of you to learn it. So that's my best piece of advice for you. And just moving on towards the next slide. Thank you for being here. We'll have another bi-weekly sales meeting 2 weeks from today. Next week is canceled, so I will not be having my keys to success. I will be traveling that week, so I'll be out of state. And just like Sandy mentioned to us, we have a good class from Phil Atwan, 1031 Exchange. That is tomorrow, Thursday at 12 o'clock. We have lunch provided. Sandy will be here and Phil live talking to us about some really cool stuff about what many people need to update their knowledge on and be very responsive because people love to save on taxes. People love not to pay capital gains. And if you want to know the process, the material on understanding what investors do, which is they rent property out, they potentially sell that and exchange into something greater or bigger or has more potential. And they exchange by deferring their taxes to the next property. So that way they can not touch any money, not get any of the boot, and they use the up leg, which is the next subsequent purchase within 180 days, 6 months. They can go purchase the replacement property and move that capital gains liability, tax liability, towards the next property. And if everything I just said to you went over your head and you don't know the terminology, I highly suggest you join us at 12 o'clock because Phil is an expert in 1031 exchange, just like Sandy is an expert in home warranties. So if you want to talk and learn about both of these, we do have lunch provided live, and with the speaker's permission, I'll hopefully have it on Zoom, but I can't guarantee it. Okay. So if you want to join some of the Arcadia classes, they do have on the upcoming calendar online presentation on struggling with social media. This is a class really teaching you how to really, hopefully, just be tasteful in how you go out there and prospect and share your life, personal stories, your business, your client testimonials, and how to leverage social media to get you more referrals and get more business. So I do feel that many of the agents nowadays use that greatly. And the more you put yourself out there, the more opportunities you have to get people to contact you. If you're not on social media or doing any posts or not really engaging with others, um, you're probably feeling those results of lack of activity. And if you want to learn more about expert tips on closing escrow, this is a Mandarin speaking class. So if you want to learn from here, there is a class June 29th and CRMLS as well. Sylvia can't be here today. She does have a funeral to attend. So I do know someone, one of her friends did pass away this recently. So that's something on her mind. And as far as Coldwell Banker training goes, there is really cool stuff like boost trainings, the Coldwell Banker University. So just a reminder that if you want to know some of these things and download these slides and find these links, I put together a new one right now. So I'm sharing a PDF with you, which is going to be, let me get to my email. But this is a really cool tease monthly thing that I'll be sending out shortly. If I can get into my email. I do have a little PDF here. And let me make sure you guys can see that. So we have some coming soon classes in your development, like I alluded to. And if you want to improve your skills with the Coldwell Banker tools and technology, we do have a couple of stuff going on. So you can always sign up for AMP. This is a maximum productivity class to train experienced agents how to really improve your business. Same thing with Outlist and Last, which is a 4-session class. So I do encourage you to take these programs because they really put these multi-class sessions to really cover all the in-depth materials. So as all the Coldwell Banker ways that we solve our clients' problems and do a lot of marketing for them and how to leverage our tools effectively. So if you want to learn about buyer strategies and working with them, there's a class for a 2-hour class as well. And so just giving you and letting you know that there is Moxie classes available. These are the 45 digestible minutes that you can just go in and learn how to do email marketing, customize some presentations that they have on Moxie Present, and how to maximize your sphere of influence, boot camp. So if you're interested in this one, I will go ahead and let you just giving you a taste of what's coming up every single week of these classes going on. And I can tell because I can see how many classes you've signed up for. Not many of you have ever even attended one of these Coldwell Banker classes, which is a shame on all of us for not really learning and improving our skills. So Moxie is the website, especially if you haven't signed up and activated your website, your online profile is not out there. You're already just shooting yourself in the foot by not signing into the program and accepting the user's terms and conditions. So that way they can display your profile, display your picture, display your background, as well as your listings. So that's one reason you need to get in there. And I just did it and helped someone else. And I'm saying, hey, agent, it's been 6 months since we transitioned to Moxie. You haven't went in there once. And they go, oh, no, I'm afraid of technology. And like I said in the beginning of the class, if you're afraid of something or you have a fear of learning it, you're not going to improve and you're always going to hold yourself back. and the person gets it, they want to learn, but at the same time, they're just letting their own fears of watching a video and spending the time and practicing. It's really not rocket science. So if you want to take up those sessions, and these are the multi-series sessions, I'll share this right now with you guys by PDF and email. So I actually can even do it in the messaging area. Let's try that out. Any questions? All right, so in the downloads folder, I'll go ahead and share. Oh, I didn't download it yet. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys this sessions. I downloaded it now. And if you go to your chat, you should be able to see my message now. If you want to sign up, those hyperlinks inside do transfer you over to Coldwell Banker's My CB Desk web platform website, and then you'll be able to sign up once you log in. Let your administrator receptionist know if you need to reset your password and you don't know your password. It should be Kelvin. Mine is kelvin.chang@coldwellbanker.com. It should be something with @coldwellbanker.com as your vanity. There is a Meganar, Moxie Works. So if you want to join their Moxie classes, they have recordings. This was the past one. And CAR is also doing recordings as well. They're doing legal attorney live, I guess, legal guidance and advice for your transactions. So I've listened to some of these, and they're actually pretty informative because they give you the background, why you got to disclose something, why mold is very, something that you guys should be very cautious about, why you got to have risk management practices to avoid potentially discriminating against someone. So they will be doing some cool classes. It's a free member benefit. Register with the link below if you want to get the invitations to join it live, and you also get a recording when it's finished. So I've been listening to them, and one of my instructors was Neil Kalian. He's still on board at the CAR, and he's taught me how to be a certified RPA purchase contract trainer. The latest market update, I actually didn't pull that one up here. So let me show you what's going on. I'm loading up on my Google Chrome. And this is the latest one. Hopefully you guys can see it. This is on the CAR website, June 19th. The Federal Reserve met last week and decided to pause the rate hike. And so that's exactly what we expected. The last time they raised it 50 basis points last month. They're going to pause, and hopefully with inflation finally being in check, maybe we'll have one more 25 basis points rate increase by the end of 2023, and we'll start letting and seeing the rates cool down. So the housing market, especially in California, still very stabilized and upward trajectory, largely due to the low inventory. So existing homes and prices of homes on average have still continued to climb. There's not really much inexpensive or affordable homes. There's no crash happening. I'm not one of the ones you said it's going to crash or whatnot. I said we're going to be in moderation. It's going to stabilize. It's not going to be too volatile. California is desirable, so the demand's there. And at the same time, we're seeing that these inflations continues to cool the rates. So this is really now finally hopefully putting an end to the really high interest rates that are causing a lot of slow buyer activity. So just letting you know that we are on average, you're seeing a fixed rate mortgage around 6.7% for a 30-year. So that's cooling down. But they still say mortgage rates can go It's not very likely, but it is possible to go above 7% again. So there may be two more rate hikes this year. We don't know, maybe just 125 basis points. So it's going to take much longer to get under 6% than people initially expected. So I kind of was thinking that we'll be under 6% by 2024 or by the end of the year. So it looks like it might take that long. Okay. It might take more towards the 2024 or even longer. So some of the buyers who are waiting, I'll wait till interest rates are 4% again or 5% again. They might be waiting for another long time, another real estate cycle. It could be another 20 years. So California job growth is now decelerating. So that's kind of showing some businesses also slimming down. And that's the market update. So if you want to read up on that, I give you the links with the slides all the time. Any questions or any comments? Some of the classes on Moxie website for yesterday, do they record them so we can view it later? Yes, there is a recording. Maybe I can even share it in this video. So I will try to see if I have a recording available for that Moxie one. And Kendra is my brand ambassador. So she helps share cool, useful resources, tips, and things for me to share with you. And so I'll log into it and see if the recording is there. Any other questions? So let me go ahead and give you the workshop classes, and I'll put that in the chat right now. Those hyperlinks don't come through. So I'm sorry, Nilafar. Let me continue with the slides. These hyperlinks do go through, and you can check these out. Oscar Way just did a new economic and market update. The market hasn't changed much since 2 weeks ago when I gave you the June market update. So that's already in my last video. If you want to watch it from 2 weeks ago, it's on YouTube. But these are the slides if you want to go in it yourself, because every economist interprets the same data differently. And you look for different signals and clues, different charts. The car forms. This is going to be released, a new version on June 27th. You'll see a few updates. So if you want to know, these are the new and updated new forms available for our disposal as we go out there and do business. So if you want to, let me go ahead and go back into that link. Weird. Oh, here's the link. So this is the new and revised forms recording, and you guys can take this, and I'll share it right now. If you want to learn about the new forms and whatnot, here's the link coming to you. And these are taught by attorneys, sharing why we have these new, this is it looks like an hour-long class. So enjoy and watch that at your pleasure. Now, this is a cool thing that I just learned is new. Many of us as agents are asked, oh, can you teach me or let me know more about the school districts in a city? And I've been in the past using greatschools.org because they do have quite a bit of good content on ratings and 1 through 10 and some of the public assigned schools that are belonging to a certain address, and they give them a score or a rating. I've been doing that and sharing it. And on the flip side, I actually just listened to CAR, and the California Association of Realtors suggests us pointing our clients to a different site as well. So I'll give you a look for what this talks about in regards to schools and scoring a school, because California has a mandate for all public schools that receive funding. They are required to report certain scores and data and demographics regarding their students. And so the website is now here, School of Accountability Report Cards. So I'm going to pull this link in and share this with you. Do you guys see this California government website right now? Someone tell me if you see it on the screen. The link is here. You guys are still sleeping, I guess, but I'm assuming that you guys see my screen. So
Yes.
Thank you. So all I can do and tell you, look, find a state school accountability report card, and this is provided to us. So let's just say I want to find the most recent schools, and I want to know the ratings. And since let's just pick an area, Arcadia, California. And I'm interested in the schools of Arcadia. And I'm able to pull down all of the 12 schools, public schools that receive funding, and I can get a little score. So if I want to know about Arcadia High School, I've heard good things about them. I can go in here, I get the address and information. I can find it's slightly more females. I can get some demographics that it's 64% Asian, 11% white, and Hispanic is 16. I can also get some interesting demographics regarding, how many people reporting to be homeless. It might be 1 or 2 students. People who are learning English is 5%, 1 out of 20. And I have socioeconomically disadvantaged. That means that 29% of the students here are receiving some sort of state or local benefits. And then there's a full score here. If you really wanted to get into Arcadia High School and learn about all of their test scores and grades and how they achieve, how many number of students, this is way better information than the ones I can find in greatschools.org. So why not rely on the California government mandated reporting data versus Great Schools, which may be based upon their algorithm, their reviews, or whatever, however they do and write up. So I suggest you take a look at these schools. This is a 25-page document, but I do think it's nice to understand the neighborhoods that we're selling in, because people are attracted to communities that care about one another, that have respect towards neighborly love and just community. And usually it can show by their school districts how strong a community is and how desirable or not desirable. One of the greatest dichotic societies we have is Pasadena. We have extremely high property values in Pasadena, We have a lot of old money, and it was one of the first and wealthiest cities throughout California back in the 1800s. And now today, they have one of the worst school districts in the area. So that dichotic kind of contrast is very interesting to see. And a lot of that is largely due to government housing. There's a lot of affordable areas in Pasadena that is allocated for rent control, and a lot of legislation has caused certain areas to be having a cyclical downturn on economic growth, socioeconomic growth. Now, this is a big issue that I'm hearing from many agents. I'm getting reports recently, because this is all recent news. In the last month, two major fire insurance policy providers in California have stepped back and withdrawn their business. They said, I don't want to do business in California. And these two insurance giants are Allstate and State Farm. They all made the decision to remove and limit the amount of premiums that they're keeping here in California due to the high costs of providing insurance, a lot of fire risks, and we've been continuing to learn about wildfire threats. And that's because, yeah, as you can see from this photo, wildfires are real. It does happen in areas that are very near the mountainous areas, if you're near a bunch of trees, and if you're in the foothills as well, you're going to have exposure and opportunities where fires are spread. And this is going to cost a lot more on your insurance premium for those providers that still stay here in California. Now, here is one of the things that as a broker, I just need to let you know. A buyer who fails to obtain a home insurance premium is concerning, because maybe you have everything ready to go. The mortgage is ready, the qualified borrower, the willing parties, a buyer and seller, have a signed agreement. But the one hurdle is the lender asks, oh, okay, we have one condition left. Please provide your evidence of home insurance. Okay, that's a condition for the borrower to fulfill. Do you know that your RPA purchase contract has nothing regarding who's to pay for home insurance or fire insurance? In fact, your RPA does mention there's risks and you should get fire insurance, but it doesn't mention necessarily the timelines or when the buyer is supposed to conduct and get a quote. So there's no contractual duty. Buyer must get a quote within the first 17 days. Technically speaking, they can get it after the contingency removal period. They can get it before. They can learn about it when they're writing an offer. What's up to the buyer and how, what you call forward thinking a borrower or buyer is. And if you are looking into a high fire area, it's going to be expensive. I've heard many policies triple in terms of premiums for the same home without any claims that's in a high fire zone. So many home fire insurance carriers are just gouging customers in the foothills areas. Now, when I tell you, so yeah, a borrower can get it at the end of the transaction. Yeah, they could, but that is not a valid reason to cancel the transaction. So we have three cancellation rights: appraisal, loan, and your due diligence. The loan needs the fire insurance because the lender needs to protect their giving that mortgage out. They need to protect their investment. So they're going to mandate, I'm not giving and sending any money into your escrow until you prove to me your evidence of insurance. Borrower. And a borrower who procrastinates and does not obtain a quote is going to potentially not get insurance on time. They're not going to be able to close on time. And these carriers sometimes might deny coverage, just like State Farm and Allstate are doing. So in that situation, you technically cannot cancel due to the loan because you are given the loan, you are having the rate locked, and you have a just waiting to fulfill the last condition, which the borrower failed to do on time. So I highly strongly suggest you during your contingency period to get your quotes, ducks in a row, get the premiums and check with the various providers out there, because this will be at least one checkbox that you don't have to think about when the time is the most urgent at the end of the escrow. It's not hard to get a quote. You can shop around. You can still go to AAA, Costco, or the other carriers in California. There's still many of other fire insurance premiums quotes. I just letting you know that that is one area to learn from. And some tips from CAR. There is roughly $268 billion of insurance that went towards the $500,000 wildfire victims. So this is now why you see the renewal policies being very expensive, and we're all paying for it. But there's other areas to understand, and that's that buyers are also being denied coverage. They're getting difficulty in getting these quotes. And sometimes you're going to have properties that have too much claims history in the last 5 years. When you're representing a buyer, I will always tell you, double check the area, any insurance claims in the last 5 years. And if there is a yes, be a good buyer's agent and ask for explanation and more detail or background or how the claim was settled by the carrier, so you can know the instances, what happened, because I can tell you a lot of sellers are not going to describe everything that happened up front. Not everyone likes to write a bunch of stuff on papers telling them about a claim that they had, a loss that they had. So you need to ask for it if you're a buyer's agent, okay? If you're a listing agent, talk to your sellers to be upfront and transparent regarding past claims history and any material items, because sellers, this is your best opportunity to avoid litigation, complaints, and to avoid any delays. So why not just share what the truth, the facts, material history, because insurance carrier claims stay with the property for 5 years. It's part of its history. So there's no way going around it. So why try to lie about it? Why try to hide it or just say yes and not give any explanation? If you're a listing agent, ask them to explain or provide a report or let them know what year. I mean, that's helpful. What happened? Was it a leak? Was it a fire? Was it a crime? Was it a robbery? I don't know. So maybe it was just a golf ball and they just broke a window. I don't care. But at least if you're going to report a claim, if you're going to get benefits of a claim, then you should share it with a new buyer because that's going to be their home. It's just what's called good neighborman. It's called good faith. Okay, to a contract. Now, review and ask explanation. So that's where every agent needs to do the duty of understanding and making sure the check is, if there's a yes, then review it. Ask for more explanation and to describe in detail. If you're a buyer, help your buyer who does not know the stuff that I'm teaching you. Help your buyer review and ask some questions and gather more intelligence. That's what a good agent representing their client would do, because you would know and you would want it. You would want to know this information. You want to know where the leak was, not just there was a leak. What bathroom was it, or what pipe? So that way you know in your home ownership where something may have been fixed or resolved, or where something is prone to reoccur again. So that's the advice there. Let's talk about a couple of different things now. Just a refresher. If you don't know what about tax portability is, California does have this nice does have this nice calculator. You can insert the price, the year that they purchased it, what area, and they can tell you how much savings you can get from the Prop 19 or the portability of tax savings that you can get by transferring your existing tax basis to your next subsequent replacement property and potentially just preserve what you have already did. If you're interested in Jordan Levine, he's another economist, different from Oscar Way, but they're both with Carr. He just provided a new one here, and that's the link. And I'm getting ready to go to the new listings. Any questions? Any comments? If not, let's move on to our new listings here. All right, we got a rental for $2,750. This is 2908 Weidemeyer Avenue, Arcadia. It's 1,000 square feet. Nice little single family. Talk to Margaret if you have anyone for rent. This is 100 South Alameda Street, 355. It's in LA. Lawrence has this condo for rent as well, $22.75 per month. Daniel Wong has a nice, beautiful Arcadia single family listing. Look at that curb appeal. It's got a nice green lawn and a bunch of new window stickers, so I could tell it's probably been remodeled and renovated inside. This is 11264 Lynn Rose Street. 4 bedrooms, almost 2,000 square feet on a nice lot. Talk to Daniel and see if you can get this one sold with him. And congratulations to Edgar and Carla. 848 Maitland, Privado, Ontario. 2 beds, 2.5 bath, 1092 square feet, townhouse style. 450,000 for this one. Talk to him if you have anyone looking for something affordable. And Shermona has got a nice new listing. This is a corner lot, 903 62nd Street in LA. This is a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,453 square feet on a decent lot, 724,500. Congratulations to Jagjit Ring Singh. He's got 1025 El Sur Avenue, Arcadia. This is a gorgeous estate, guys. I don't know if you guys seen this 7,000 plus square foot mansion, but it's on an almost near 20,000 lot size, single family. It's got a gorgeous wrought iron front door and custom, what you call a custom iron going down your stairwell. Giant library. It's got a theater room. It has high ceilings, soffit ceilings. It has a grand foyer. It has a pool and spa. It's got solar installed and so much more. So check this one out. This one's going in the 3.8 million range for this gorgeous giant beast of a home with a back house, pool house, and whatnot. So it's got a lot to offer. Jean Chang has 33274 Cabian, Temecula, California. This 4 bedroom home is almost 2,000 square feet. Nice little front curb appeal. Definitely looks like a nice property for $3,500 per month for rent. And we have this 2132 North Lugo Avenue in San Bernardino. It's only $350,000. I'm pretty sure this is going to sell within the next 5 days. This single family is what you call needs a little TLC, but it's got a lot of potential and is priced very, very attractively for that purposes for any investor or fix and flipper. You have some add-on potential on this 5,000 plus lot size. I just helped finish writing up this description, so talk to Diney if you have anyone interested as an investor. Send your offers this week. Congrats to our closers. Steve and Amy just closed this Diamond Bar single family. $810,000 for a huge 13,000 plus lot. So congratulations to these Maple. We got Nancy Liu and Michael Liu. They got a gorgeous single family home sold in Tustin, 13331 Tiburon Way. This is a 2888 square feet, very lucky home, and it's sold at 1.791 million. All right. So if you want to know anything about real estate, it's go sell Orange County properties. They're all over $1 million. They're all recently built in the last 20, 30 years. And so you don't have a lot of defects or old homes like we do have in Pasadena and Alhambra that are in the 1910s and 20s. So definitely nice to sell in Orange County, I tell you. 2105 Eckhart Avenue in Rosemead. This is an 800,000 single family just sold by Helen. Congrats to her and her clients who are looking to renovate and do some cool things to this property. So I did help them and let you know that they're very happy and excited. First-time home buyers. It's such a joy and fun to help one another. So Chino, this is Jerry Baker and Connie Snyder. Very happy for this husband and wife team. Closed this condominium at 6061 Satterfield Way. 640,000 for this 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Congrats to Esther. She closed on 3455 Burton Avenue. This remodeled beautiful home sold for $820,000. My goodness, this single family sold for $820,000 in Rosemead, and it only has 864 square feet living area. What has this pricing in? This is what happens in a low inventory market. That's why hopefully you guys all have been picking up some real estate over some time. Because my God, that's expensive. 4917 Peck Road, El Monte. This is $225,000 for this single family. This piece of dirt, I'm sorry. This is a piece of vacant land. You can see a little arrow right here pointing to nothing. And so Gilbert got this one closed. Congrats to him and getting this land parcel available because he's going to be developing it and getting it entitled. Angel Lau has this Arcadia condominium being just sold, $769,000 for this almost 1,400 square feet condo near the Arcadia Westfield Mall and all the Trader Joe and all the cool stuff. I do have a new listing that I'll share with you. So if you are interested, I'll go ahead and put my Google Chrome. This one is a commercial lease. So if you have any clients looking for something near Temple City, I have right across the street. I know the landlord, so I'm going to be listing their property for lease. And the property is right here. This is going to be my wife and I taking on this space right here on Los Tunis Drive, prime storefront retail or office use, 1,550 square feet. And this is $3,250 per month modified gross lease. It's $1,550, very, very, standard build. Let me know if you have any questions. And it's good for a variety of retail usages, but limited parking. Any questions? Anyone else have something coming soon? There is another one coming soon as well that I do have the liberty to share. Jagjit Singh has another one that's going to be posted probably by today on the MLS. Anyone else have anything coming soon while I pull this one up? Anyone want to promote your own listings or anything that your needs and wants. If not, I'll go back to all right. So we have coming soon. It is going to be 13027 Bernardo Street in Hesperia. We have a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, almost 2,700 square feet. And I'll share with you some quick photos and let you see. It's a gorgeous home. So if you see here, you have mostly in its original shape, a lot of the counters and kitchen. You do have a huge 2,700 square foot structure, all in great condition inside. So if you look for anything that's, I think this is being priced just in the 750 range. Rear yard has a nice concrete perimeter, very spacious yard, and it's in just very moving shape. So if you have anyone interested in this one, the price is going to be I don't know where he put the price in yet. He hasn't put the price in yet. It was in the 750s. So anyways, talk to Jagjit Singh if you have anyone looking for Hesperia. That brings us to the end of the training, the sales meeting. Okay. So I will be out of town from Monday for 1 week. I'll be back the following week. So if you have any questions, you can still reach me by phone or text. And I'll see you at the next sales meeting. Thanks, guys.